Can you still hear me? Yay, it's all working. Right. We'll do that. You can almost see me there, that's okay. Right, we're going to start in a comfortable seat. Really find a position that works for you. And that should be with a nice upright spine rather than slouching. So lifting up through the top of the head. Drop the shoulders down. Root your sit bones down. And just feel for the next few breaths that with each exhale, you get a little bit heavier, the body softens. We'll take a deep inhale through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. Now bring your awareness inside and take a moment to notice what's coming up for you. What is the main thing that your attention has been drawn to? Now let that go and find something else. This may be physical sensations, it might be something emotional, it may be stuff that's coming up in the mind, it may be sensory impression from your surroundings that's distracting you. Really just tuning in to whatever's coming up for you today. Noticing what's there, letting that go, finding something else. And not allowing yourself to get tangled up with different stuff that's coming up, being a witness, or rather you are a witness to what's there. And any time that you do find that you're getting involved with something, take a step back, let it go, let the next thing come up. Now take a step back and acknowledge your mood and your energy today. Know that when we move through the practice, always you are welcome to rest when you need to. You can come into a comfortable seat or take child's pose. You can always modify when you need to use any props that you have, and take variations that you like to practice. We'll bring the hands into prayer in front of the heart and your awareness into the mind. And there's an opportunity to set an intention, a positive affirmation that may be in the form of a word or a few words or a statement. It could just be the first thing that pops to mind. It might be something very specific that you work with regularly. It could be a quality that's going to help you through this practice, through your week. Will you take a moment to consider your intention? When the mind is blank or busy, you can think about why you've chosen to be here this evening. We'll take an inhale together. Send out your intentions with your exhale. Lower your hands down and come forward to child's pose. So take your knees as wide as comfortable for you, the big toes touch, seat to heels, and let your head rest. Feel your hands on the mat, feel your forearms and your elbows on the mat, the forehead resting, shoulders relax, and the shins and the tops of the feet resting down. Feel the position, notice what you're feeling, where you're feeling it. I'm going to start to connect with the breath by just gently deepening the inhale and lengthening the exhale. This breath is a little bit longer than your natural breath. And we want the inhale and the exhale to be the same length. On your next inhale, come up to all fours. The wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. On your next inhale, reach the right hand up to the ceiling, stretch up. And then we're going to thread the needle, bring your right arm through so the right shoulder and the right ear come down. And you could press your left hand into the mat. You could reach your left hand forwards or maybe drape the left arm around the lower back. And then think about turning your left shoulder open. So there's a twist and the shoulders stretch. And we're here for 2 more breaths. Inhale to rise back up. Reach your right hand high to the sky. And then release the right hand down. We'll switch sides. Inhale the left hand up. Exhale, thread the left arm through. Take the same position, same variation on this side as you took on the first side. Just 1 more full breath. On your next inhale, reach the left hand up, open up. And then release the left hand down. All fours position. Now on an inhale, moving into cow pose, lift the gaze, lengthen the spine, the belly sinks down and the tailbone lifts up. On your exhale, round the back and tuck the chin for cat pose. And now we're going to move with the breath, but on your inhale, I want you to think about starting that movement from your tailbone. The tailbone tips up, the belly sinks down, the chest opens, and then the crown of the head lifts up. And then on cat pose, we're going to reverse that. So from your crown, chin tucks in, back of the neck lengthens, the upper back puffs up, and then the tailbone tucks down. Again, inhale from your tailbone, lifting up, belly sinking down, chest opens up, crown of the head lifts up. Reverse cat pose on the exhale, crown of the head down, back of the neck long, shoulders broaden, back rounds, tailbone down. And you keep going with that same awareness. So the cow pose, you initiate it from your tailbone. And the cat pose, you initiate it from your crown. And you're coordinating the movement with your breath. And there's no rush because you're moving with your breath. And if you're rushing, maybe you're out of breath. So just take a couple more rounds like that. And then come to stillness. Find an all fours position. So looking straight down in front of your fingertips. Shoulders away from the ears. Neck long. Little squeeze of the belly in. Sit bones out behind you. Now tuck the toes under and push back to downward facing dog. And slowly, alternately bend the knees, or bend alternate knees. But easing into the backs of the legs, the outer hips, the lower back. And start to exaggerate that movement. So you start to turn and look under the armpits. You're really sticking your bum up, pressing the mat away. It's a couple more turns. And we're going to come to stillness in down dog. So the feet are roughly hip width. And when you look back to your feet, the heels disappear behind your toes. So the toes turn in slightly. A little bend in the knees. Stick your bum up. Sink the chest towards the thighs. And really press into your hands. And you look back towards your feet or your knees or your legs. On an inhale, come forwards into a plank. And then everybody drop your knees down. So you're in a modified plank. Don't creep the knees forward so that you're on all fours. You just drop the knees down. Press the mat away and hug your belly in. And so this is a bit of a challenge for some this evening. The option is to practice chaturanga. So chaturanga, you bend your elbows and come half the way down. My elbows are hugging into my sides. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Keep looking down. Then lower down onto your belly. It's quite hard work. Point the toes. Inhale for cobra. Lift up any amount. Exhale to lower down. And we'll do that again. So inhale, push up through the knees. Exhale back to down dog. Steady the breath. On an inhale, come forwards to a plank. Everybody release the knees down, a modified plank, and press the mat away. So everything is strong. Belly hugs in, legs are strong. To lower down, all you got to do is bend your elbows in towards the sides and hover halfway down. Look down, neck is long. When you're ready, lower down onto the belly. And when you come down, you want to feel that the breastbone and the pubic bone touch down at the same point rather than snaking down. So often people will just not bend the elbows, they will drop the hips down and then they will roll down like so. You want to bend the elbows, that's how you lower. Maybe you hover for a little bit And then when you come down, breastbone and pubic bone at the same time. Inhale for cobra, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, push up through the knees or plank. Exhale, back to down dog. Stabilize your breath. We're just covering this chaturanga today because it's not something that I cue very often, but it is a popular pose for some, but it is challenging. So we can have a go if you like, or you just miss it out. So we'll go one more time. Inhale forwards to your plank. Now you can either opt to drop your knees down or keep the knees lifted. And if you're only just practicing chaturanga, I would definitely use the knees. Take an inhale here, make everything strong, press into your hands. Exhale, bend the elbows to lower down. You can hold it for a bit, maybe. When you're ready, lower onto your belly. Inhale for cobra, lift up. Exhale, push up, down dog. Close your eyes and smooth out your breath. On your next exhale, look forwards. Step the feet to the hands at the top of the mat and fold into ragdoll. Let the head go, your feet at least hip width. Bend in the knees, any arm variation that feels good here. And be very floppy. Let the head hang, the shoulders are heavy, arms are heavy. And you might start to rock from side to side or backwards and forwards. Now quietly release your hands down. On your inhale, roll all the way up to stand. And reach your hands high. Reach up. Now interlace your fingers and flip the palms up. The fingers interlace, flip the palms up. Stretch up. On your exhale, lean over to your right. You reach your hands over to the right, the hips sway to the left. And maybe look up towards the ceiling, upper arms squeezing in towards your ears. And you keep pressing through the feet. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to your left. Make yourself as long as you can over to the left. Inhale to come back up. Release your fingers up to the ceiling. On an exhale, an open twist to your right. Right hand back, left hand forwards. An inhale, lift up through the crown of the head. And the exhale, you might turn a little bit more, maybe looking back towards your back hand. On an inhale, both hands up. Exhale, open twist to your left. Lengthen up on your inhale. Twisting with the exhale. Inhale to reach both hands up. Exhale to forward fold. Take a halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, step back to your plank. Take an inhale here. Your exhale to lower down with the option to pause in chaturanga. Inhale for your back bend, cobra or up dog. Exhale, shift back to down dog. Go through the knees or plank, lift the hips up and back. You're there for 5 breaths. Any time you need to modify down dog, you come to all fours or child's pose. On your next exhale, look forwards. Step or hop to the top. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold forwards with the exhale. Inhale, rise up, upward salute. And forward fold with your exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale back to your plank. Inhale. Exhale to lower down. Inhale for your back bend, cobra or up dog. Exhale, shift back to down dog. 5 breaths. Use your next exhale to look forwards. Step or hop to the top. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold in with your exhale. Inhale to stand tall, reach up. Exhale to fold back in. We keep flowing. Halfway lift, inhale, but not speeding up. Exhale back to plank. Take a whole inhale here, knees up or down. The whole exhale to lower down onto your belly or halfway. Inhale for cobra or up dog. Exhale to down dog. 5 breaths. This is your resting pose. This is your opportunity to stabilize the breath. You can let go of anything that we've done, anything you haven't done. And the focus is on your breath. On an inhale, lift the right leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhale to step the right foot through. Give it a helping hand if you need to. Coming into a crescent lunge. Press into your feet. Lift the hands up. If you're feeling wobbly, you could always drop the back knee down. An open twist to your right. The right hand reaches back. The left hand reaches forwards. The lunge stays in this position. And we twist from the belly button to the right shoulder, out through the right hand. Inhale, both hands up, crescent lunge. Exhale, airplane arms, lean forwards, bring the arms up by your side. Good, really strong through your back leg and strong through the front leg. Oh, and strong core, but keep the shoulders soft and the face. On an inhale, warrior 2, drop the back foot down, open hips and arms, both arms parallel to the mat. Stabilize the breath. Bring your forearm onto the front thigh for side angle. Reach your left hand up. And then extend the left arm over the left ear, extended side angle. So the left palm is down. There is a little karate chop of the left little finger. And then soften the left shoulder away from the ear. With a strong press into your feet, reverse warrior. Left hand down, the right hand reaches up. Don't lose the bend in the front knee. You might need to ease off and come back in. And then check in with the neck and the shoulders, and you could look down, you might look up, just find a position that's comfortable for you. On your next exhale, you take the hands all the way down and frame the front foot. Step back to downward facing dog. And pause. See how you're doing. Now you can rest in down dog or child's pose, or the option is to flow through. Inhale to a plank. This is optional. Exhale, lower down. Inhale for your back bend. Exhale, roll in down dog. Inhale through the nose and sigh out through the mouth. We're moving on to the second side, meeting in down dog if you're not there already. On an inhale, lift your left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the left foot through. Find your feet for a crescent lunge. Inhale, you rise up. Option to drop the back knee down if you need to. An open twist to the left. Take your left hand back, reach your right hand forwards. Inhale, crescent lunge, both hands lift up. Exhale, airplane arms by your sides, lean in. Everything's strong. Straight into warrior two. Open hips and arms, the back heel drops down, good. And then settle in, make it a bit easier for yourself. Side angle pose, forearm to thigh, reach the left hand up to start off with, right hand rather. And then extend the right arm long by your right ear. And then make yourself longer from your right foot to your right fingers. Breath is still smooth and easy. Reverse warrior, take it up and back. Right hand down, left hand up. And adjust your gaze so the neck is comfortable. On your next exhale, we take the hands all the way down, step back to down dog, and pause. Check in to see how you're doing. To make sure that the breath is there, that controlled breath. Now you choose, you can rest or we will flow through. Inhale to a plank, knees up or down. Exhale to lower down, belly or chaturanga. Inhale for cobra or up dog. Exhale to down dog. Take 5 breaths, down dog or child's pose. Meeting in down dog if you're ready. Remember your intention. Why are you practicing today? Now we're going to go through our sequence again, same sequence, 1 breath, 1 movement. Tune into your breath. Inhale, lift your right leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step the right foot through. Inhale, crescent lunge, hands up. Exhale, open twist right. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, windmill hands all the way down. Step back to down dog. Now you can keep flowing or you take a break. And remember, one breath, one movement. Two breaths before we move on to the second side. Meeting in down dog if you're ready. Moving on. Inhale the left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, left foot forwards. Inhale, crescent lunge, hands up. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, lean in, arms by the sides. Inhale, warrior two, drop the back foot down. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, place the hands down. Step back to down dog. Down dog, child's pose, or you flow through. Your choice. Go with your breath. One breath, one movement. And we'll meet in child's pose. Seat to heels. Let the head rest. Let the arms rest. Calm the breath down. You don't want to feel out of breath or short of breath. Don't let the breath control you. You take control of the breath. It's a little bit longer than your natural breath. We take a couple more breaths here. And we meet in down dog. Moving on. Inhale, lift the right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the right foot through. Drop the back knee down, a low lunge. Reach your hands up, Anjalyasana. Bring the hands into prayer. Inhale here. Exhale, turn to your right. Drop the right knee across a little bit and then hook the left elbow outside the right knee. And if that's not happening for you, you could take an open twist with your left hand down on the mat or your block and reach your right hand up. In your prayer twist, push the palms together. Bring the thumbs in towards the chest and open the right shoulder up. And the option in your prayer twist or the open twist is to tuck the back toes, lift the back knee up. You've got two more breaths. Now, look down, take both hands down. If you have a block or two nearby, you could use them. If not, don't worry, you can try without. Pick the back knee up, step the back foot in, and we're coming into a grounded airplane. So my wrists are under my shoulders. My right ankle is under my hip. I'm going to float the left leg up, grounded airplane. If you can't quite reach the floor, grab a block or a book or chair or something. Now lengthen from your left heel up through the crown of the head. And we'll take 3 Jiva squats. So you hook your left knee behind the right and you bend the right knee and you bring your forehead towards your right knee. Inhale to lengthen and kick away. 2 more like that. Exhale, round in. Inhale, extend. This is the last one. Hook your left knee behind the right, curl in, start to bend the right knee even more, and we're going to come all the way down. So I have got my left knee outside my right ankle, and my left foot or left knee is bent round, like so. And if you feel really wobbly in this position, extend the left leg forwards. But I have got, not really seen there, my left leg forwards, my right knee is on top. If it's in your practice, if it adds something for you and you don't feel destabilized, then you could bend your left knee and bring the foot round by your right hip. Whatever works for you. And we're going to take a twist. The right hand behind, left hand stretches up, turn to your right, and you can either hook the left elbow outside the right knee, or you just hug it, or find a position that works for you. And inhale to lift up through the top of the head, turn to your right. Couple of breaths. Inhale, look forwards. A counter twist to your left. Use an inhale to lengthen the spine. So we're not slouching, you're really sat up nice and tall, and then turn the left shoulder open. Now, inhale, come back to center, the tricky bit. So I will bend my left knee. That left foot is now there by my right hip. I'm going to rock forwards, stepping into my right foot, and I'll float the left leg back up, back into that grounded airplane. Right foot down, left foot lifts up. On your next exhale, a standing forward fold at the top of the mat. Both feet down, fold over, let the head go. And take any movement that you need here. Use your next inhale to rise all the way up, to stand, stretch up, reach the hands overhead, press your palms. On your next exhale, open twist right. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, open twist to your left. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale to fold forwards, bend the knees any amount. Step straight back to downward facing dog. The good news is you're going to do all of that on the second side. Inhale to lift your left foot up, three-legged dog. Exhale, steps the left foot through and drop your back knee down. Low lunge. Inhale, both hands high, Anjaliasana. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a whole inhale here. The exhale, you turn to your left and you're either going for your prayer twist, hooking your right elbow outside the left knee, or the open twist with the right hand down and the left hand up. So do the same variation on this side as you took on the first side. We're turning the chest to the left, pulling the belly away from the front thigh. And the option again is to tuck the back toes and lift the right knee up for 2 breaths. Now look down, place your hands down, Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. We step forward into that grounded airplane. Hands on the mat or your block. Lengthen from your crown to your heel. Jiva squats. Exhale, right knee behind the left, fold in. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, squeeze it in. Belly squeezes in. Inhale, lengthen out. Last time. Exhale, squeeze in. Start to bend your left knee. Drop the right foot down and lower all the way down onto your bum. So, we've got the left knee on top, possibly the right leg wrapped around, or you take the same variation on this side as you took on the first side. Sit up nice and tall. Reach your right hand up, left hand behind. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Either hook the elbow or hug the knee or just grab on, whatever works. Inhale to look forwards. We'll take the counter twist to the right. Use your breath here. The inhale to lengthen the spine. The exhale to gently turn. And then look forwards again. And we're going to come back into grounded airplane. I'm going to bend my right knee under, or right foot under. I'm going to lean forwards, press into my fingertips, press into my left foot, and lift the right leg up. Then drop the right foot next to the left and fold into ragdoll. Any arm position you like, go for it. Just a couple more breaths here. Release your hands down. Bring the big toes to touch. Lift your heels up. Start to bend the knees. Sink the hips down. Squeeze the legs together. And you might just keep your hands down. Tuck the chin into the chest. Or if you feel stable enough, you can hold on around your shins. See if you can bring the chin into the chest, curl into a little ball. You want to feel a nice stretch all through the back. From here, let your heels drop down, come down onto your bum, and make your way all the way down onto your back. And hug your knees in. And close your eyes and notice how that feels. See to the breath. Make sure that it's settling, it's evening out. Notice whatever's coming up for you now. And bring your feet onto the mat in bridge position. So the feet are hip width and parallel. You should just be able to tap your heels with the very tip of your middle finger. So you want the Ankles to be aligned under the knees. Now press your hands down, lift your hips up. Wriggle your shoulder blades under the back. And you could keep your hands pressing down, or you could interlace the fingers behind your back. And feel the whole footprint pressing down, not lifting up onto your toes or your heels, but press into the whole of the footprint. Press into your arms, your shoulders, the back of the head, the upper back. We're here for 3 more breaths, and if you notice that the breath is a little bit restricted, then ease off, make it easier for yourself. Move the arms out of the way, bring your back down, let the back settle. Give the muscles in the back time to release. Notice how this feels. We're going to come up again. So, realign your feet, press down, lift the hips up. Five breaths in total. Three more breaths, lift the pelvis up. One more breath. Move your arms and shoulder blades out of the way. Bring the back down and let it rest. We're going to come up one more time. You can take bridge as we've just done. If you have wheel in your practice, if that's where you want to go ahead. I'm going to take a restorative back bend. I'm going to use a block. If you don't have anything to hand, you could just use a pillow or folded blanket or something, or if not, just take the regular bridges we've just done. For the restorative bridge, you lift your hips up, slide your prop under the sacrum. So I am going to use my block on the middle height, and that's resting on my sacrum, or rather the sacrum is resting on the block. And then I let the pelvis be heavy down, let the arms rest in any position. So you're either in supported bridge, regular bridge as we've already done, or wheel. We'll take 5 breaths. Remember, the supported bridge is resting on the sacrum with a triangle, bony triangle at the bottom of the spine, not in your lower back, not at the waistline, but it's right on your pelvis. Two more breaths. Now make your way back down. Let the back settle. We'll bring the soles of the feet together and the knees open wide. Your hands resting wherever they've landed. And just let the back of the body connect down into the mat, your shoulders, the arms, the upper back, middle and lower back. Let the pelvis be very heavy. And the outside edges of the feet are pressing into the mat. We'll bring the legs together and either figure 4 on your right with the ankle crossing the thigh, or we're going to wrap the right thigh over the left, squeezing the thighs together, and then pull the legs in towards you. So you either thread the needle in figure 4 or bring the cross legs in towards the chest and grab on wherever is available for you. Relax the shoulders and the arms. A bit of a opening through the outer hips and across the lower back. And release your hands and bring your left foot down. So the option is to keep the legs crossed or in the 4 shape for a twist. We're going to move the hips a little bit over to the right. Let your legs roll to the left. And in this position, I like to use a block to support my right shin. Reach your right arm out to the right. Rest your left hand on your belly. Let your head roll to the right. And if the configuration of the legs isn't working for you, you could just unwrap and bring the thighs together for a simple twist. Let go of any holding, any tension. Unwrap the legs. Bring the knees back to center. Hug the knees into the chest. Release the feet back down. Second side, either figure 4 with your left ankle over the right thigh, or you wrap your left thigh around the right and pull the legs in towards you. Let go of the hands. Bring your right foot down. Keep the legs crossed or in the 4 shape or thighs together. Bump your hips over to the left. Roll your legs to the right. Left arm out to the left. Right hand resting on your belly. And soften the face and the shoulders and the arms. Relax through the whole of the back, whole of the front, whole of the pelvis and the hips, the legs and the feet. Uncross your legs, bring the knees back up, bring the knees into the chest, give everything a squeeze, bring your forehead up to your knees, and squeeze a little bit tighter, scrunch everything up like you mean it and tighter still. And then we'll release into Shavasana. Take the legs long, feet wide. Now let your toes flop out to the sides. And wriggle the bum around so that's comfortable. Shoulder blades a little bit under the back. Arms down by the sides and the palms turn up. the head, neck and spine in one line. So you could draw a line from forehead through the eyebrows all the way down to the belly button, down between your feet. Feel that line of symmetry. Make any final adjustments you need through the body. Relax the jaw, the tongue, the eyes, the whole of the face. Let the whole body be heavy and still. Let go of the breath. Allow the breath to come back to its natural rhythm. The eyes and the mouth softly closed. Let the whole body be still. It will take a few minutes to be quiet. And this time is to let the body absorb the practice, to let the mind disconnect. And I will let you know when it's time to come out of Shavasana. You're welcome to stay in Shavasana for as long as you have, as long as you like. If you're ready to come out of the practice, start to deepen the breath. Begin to move the fingers and the toes. Roll out the wrists and the ankles. Bring your knees in. Let yourself roll over to one side and make your way up to sit. Find a comfortable seat. Bring the hands into prayer. And take a moment to feel your practice, acknowledge your practice. Give yourselves thanks for taking the time to practice. Press the thumbs to the third eye between the eyebrows and remember your intention. You take all of this with you today. Bow the head to the heart to seal the practice. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Have a good week.